Welcome, everyone, to Slayer's Podcast, Episode 4. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now that we got that situated, and now that I got my headphones into my actual complete microphone here, let's get back to it. I'm your host, Slayer's Gaming, aka Slayer, and welcome everybody to Slayer's Podcast, Episode 4. Now, today's episode, we discuss friendships and how hard they are. We also discuss the importance of having friends and the importance of being with friends in times of need. So I'm going to start off by saying, choose your friends and make sure you choose them wisely. They may be hard to find. They may be hard to live with. They may be hard to get along with at times, but don't take time for granted. And don't take friendships for granted. If you have friends that are your best friends or have been your friends for years or anything, take time and be friends with them. Take time and grow your friendship with them. Take time to make sure that you guys are okay and that everything is said and done at times. Sometimes in life, we go through things that we need our friends for. Like, for instance, death and grief and loss and everything like that. You know, it's very, very hard for anybody to lose anybody in the world, especially your friends. When the people lose a loved one, or when they lose for, whatever reason, there's nothing that you can do. You can't bring that person back. You just can't. There's nothing that you can do. So as I'm laying in my room with my galaxy lights going and reflecting on friendships and reflecting on others and reflecting on this and that, guys, do the same thing and take time. Take time for what's needed. Take time for who you make time for. Make sure that you know when you need to make time for people and everything. Make sure that you know when to not do that. Make sure also, too, that you have time for those other people in your life as well as your other friends. And, also, too, and I apologize if I repeat myself, but that's just how I am. But just make sure that you take care of others like you want to be treated as well. I really don't like, I'm not really being a motivational person tonight, but, that's just how I am today. And, I've been thinking about it a lot and thinking about this and that and with friendships and everything, but you know what? They can be hard. So can be family friendships and, picking out who's your favorite in your family and all this and all that. And you know what? Life is hard, and it's going to get harder and harder as you go. Life may throw you curveballs and may throw you obstacles, but it's how you get through it what matters. So that's enough about that. Let's talk about a different topic. So one of my friends, I'm going to give a shout out to him. Shout out to my boy Johnny King from the Special Olympic Blues. And for all my Special Olympic athletes out there, hey y'all, how you doing? He brought up to my attention tonight that possibly maybe me talking about, Special Olympics and how I started and where, kind of what stuff brought me to that. So I don't really talk about this a lot, but I have a disability. But it's not a disability that defines me, not a disability that makes me be who I am. It's not something that I use to, get out of my ways or get out of things or anything like that. I take my disability as an ability, and an ability to do multiple things, an ability to conquer the world as I see it and the way that I see fit. I just do things a little differently, and that's just me. But I can't make stuff go away, can't make stuff disappear, but you know what? I'm happy for who I am. And Special Olympics made me be a stronger person, made me reach out to people and made me reach out to, different friends of mine, and now I have them for my whole entire life. I've made families and I've made bonds with those people, and I've made friendships with their families and their families and their friends, and for the life long live ahead of me and for the future to come. So back to the Special Olympics stuff. And I'm probably going to take these next 7 minutes of the episode to discuss that. But, me being part of Special Olympics has really broadened my horizons and opened me up to different levels and opened me up this way and opened me up that way. With the Special Olympic Games coming in 2026 to Minnesota, it's kind of a very special moment, very special time, and all that. But yes, no. So when I started Special Olympics, I didn't know if I'd like it. I didn't know what kind of people I'd meet. Didn't know anything. Didn't know what to expect. And sure enough, years later, I'm here doing this, doing that, and I mean, it's great. It's fantastic, and I love everybody that I've met, and I bond with those people because they're my family, and they're my second or third, fourth, excuse me. They're just family to me. And, for me, family is important. And I make sure that I make time for my family. And I have a whole bunch of friends that I call family. I do tons and tons of stuff for people that I call my family and call my own. I don't really take it for granted each and every day. I live life to the fullest each and every day. That's the same thing I do with Special Olympics. I have a whole bunch of people that I know from there, and I can't tell you guys how happy I am that I am part of Special Olympics of Minnesota. So shout out to the organization of Special Olympics and for the Special Olympics of Minnesota team, staff, coordinators. It's great. It's fantastic. Also, shout out to the founder of Special Olympics. Thank you for finding and for making people with Special Olympics a place for us to feel included and not to be excluded or not included in things. It's great. It's fantastic. Now, excuse me. But yes. Hold on one second. But anyway. But anyway, I just wanted to, like I said, I just want to take the time to, be with people and do this and do that, and take time to discuss my story with Special Olympics and with everybody in that aspect. And, let's see what my friend was saying about it. So when I play Special Olympics, there's tons of sports, right? So I play golf, basketball, flag football. I'm thinking about doing swimming or something. Bowling, I'm thinking about doing possibly. There's plenty of other sports out there for people to do, and if your county or your city does not have that, then there's different counties that you can do that for. Yeah. So, but I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out tonight. But that's just a side note. Anyway, so when I discuss topics like this, sometimes it takes me a lot. Sometimes it takes a lot more to do. Yeah. I know that there's probably going to be tons of questions and tons of answers, or people that want to know this and want to know that. Sorry, I live with tons of roommates and they're loud. They haven't heard. They're being super loud. So.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to put you guys on mute for just a minute. I like I said, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me, and we'll continue this podcast about Special Olympics and about my different stories and about where I started, how I got started, and all that jazz on the next episode of Slayer's podcast. Now, for all the people that do listen and for all the people that do check out my stuff, there is a way that you guys can make an account and chat with me on the stream or on the podcast, excuse me. It's plenty of different ways, but one way is to go through this whatever app this is called, Spreaker, whatever it's called, and the app that you guys see this from when I post it up on social media. You can make different sign-ins, different stuff like that. If you have my socials, you can hit me up. Let me know how things are going. Let me know what's going on. And you can even just tell me if you got my number. Just give me a shout. Let me know how it's going. Let me know what's going on. But hey, we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank each and every one of you for being you and for being the most brightest person in the world. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me on tonight's podcast, tonight's episode. Thank you so much. God bless. Peace out.